I've been using the Omni LED with 55 umbrella system from Parabolix since the beginning of 2024. After several dozen photoshoots, I think it's time to share my thoughts and impressions. So why did the Parabolix LED system become the game changer of 2024? What you see is what you get. The results you see with the naked eye while looking at the set and model is exactly what you get in the camera. Why does this matter? It simplifies and speeds up work and helps avoid certain mishaps that happen while working with flashlights. Because when working with flash, you can never be completely sure of the final result. I know everything comes with experience, and I know about modeling light, or modeling bulb as some call it, which is supposed to show approximately what effect you will get in your final picture, but there are several issues with the modeling light. First, in bright rooms or studios, these bulbs are too weak and simply can't be seen, so you must have a well-darkened studio to get any effect from modeling bulb. Second, I personally love working in daylight studios because I shoot a lot with ambient light and I feel less tired after spending a full shooting day in such a space compared to being closed in a windowless box with artificial light only. However, there are certain jobs where I need to take photos with different lights, which means some sets are with daylight and the others are with artificial light. And if I'm working in a daylight studio, I can't see the modeling light of flash. And I have to set up the lamps somewhat by feel, while my experience helps me to manage this problem. Less experienced photographers might find it really challenging. Third issue we can encounter is when the light or modifier slightly shifts during the shoot or someone moves it delicately. The weak modeling light makes it hard to notice, and I might take photos with the light slightly missing the subject without realizing it until after taking dozens of pictures and checking it later in the camera. And the last problem, even in a darkened studio where you can see the modeling bulb, your final flash photos will still look delicately different because the modeling bulb is quite weak and often has a warm color temperature that has different quality than the temperature of the flash light. And this leads me to another issue. If we want to shoot any video footage during the photo shoot, whenever it is a backstage or short video clip, what we capture with the modeling bulb will have nothing in common with the photos with flash. This is example of that kind of photo shoot where we used a flash and the pictures are made with flash lamps, but for the backstage we used only available modeling light, and you can see the difference between two of them. This brings me to second reason why I like Parabolix system. Consistent look between photos and video footage. This is where the whole LED lights adventure began. LED lamps are incomparably better than flash for combined photo and video shoots. Because first, you see exactly the light you're working with and how it looks on models. Secondly, the light and its temperature is identical in photos and video. This makes a huge difference in work, comfort, quality, and final effects. Of course, other LED systems also fulfill this function. Before Parabolix, I worked with non-light lamps and I was very satisfied with them as well. However, what distinguishes the Parabolix system and creates this wow effect is the umbrella with its focusing system, which produce very characteristic light. I would call it a sharp, soft kind of light mix. And when we start modifying it with, for example, a diffusion or different position of the lamp on the rod and in the modifier, we can achieve a very wide range of lightning effect. With one Omni LED plus 55 umbrella, I can achieve light that corresponds to beauty dish, quite sharp, that draws very defined shadows under the chin. Secondly, this sharp, soft light that I have mentioned before, which is similar to what you get with the breeze umbrellas, where the shadows under the chin aren't so strongly drawn, but the skin gets like specific glow. And thirdly, we can achieve classic soft light like from Octabox or Softbox. Black frames. Another benefit of working with LED lamps is avoiding black frame issues. You know those moments when you get super excited during the shoot because everything is perfect and you start shooting ultra fast. With flash, you can get that frustrating pattern of firing, not firing lamps, resulting in a series of black frames mixed with well-exposed photos. Even worse is when you feel you nail the shot, only to look into the camera and see that there is a black frame. This can be very frustrating, especially for someone like me who tends to shoot rapidly when excited, and with LEDs this problem simply doesn't exist. Ease of mounting this specific solution. This is very personal and subjective point, but for me it was huge. The entire system, unfolding the umbrella, mounting the lamp and the generator, attaching it on a stand, is very simple. The umbrella unfolds with clicks and isn't too heavy. I mentioned this as an individual matter because I guess for a strong guy, equipment weight isn't an issue. But for me, as a woman who isn't particularly strong and often struggles with studio equipment, this is enormous. Being able to set up this system by myself in a reasonable time and mounting the umbrella on the stand without breaking anything, it's a huge plus. It's essentially a foolproof system. While the setup isn't too heavy, you must use proper stand. In my setup video, I use a powerful Manfrotto stand, one so heavy I can only push it around the set. This is important because previously I mounted this lamp with an umbrella on a budget stand, which I use for backgrounds, and despite securing it with weights and sandbags, I didn't feel it's really stable. I was a little bit scared. So I strongly advise investing in a really good solid stand that can safely support the weight of the lamp with umbrella. It would be a shame to invest in such a good and, come on, expensive equipment only to risk an accident by mounting it on a budget unstable stand. That's all for today's 10 minutes summary. I hope this gave you valuable insight into working with Parabolix system. I highly recommend it. I'm very satisfied and I think the results speak for themselves. If you have any question, please email us, and in the description below you will find a link to the website where you can use the code KASIA10 for a 10% discount on Parabolix purchase. For transparency, this is not sponsored content, but we received the lamp from Parabolix for free to test. So this is a collaboration. However, as mentioned, I've been working and taking photos with this setup for almost a year. During this time, I've practically stopped using other lamps, and most of my photo shoots now, when not using a daylight, are done with this lamp and umbrella. The only effect I haven't been able to achieve with this setup is very sharp light, like from the reflector. I think I would need a smaller umbrella for more focused light. And Remy and I are considering investing in another Parabolix umbrella in 2025 to cover the entire light range. All materials shown, the main video with me talking, behind the scene footage, photos and videos from photoshoots, were created using the Parabolix Omni LED plus Parabolix 55 umbrella. Only the picture which shows the light type we couldn't achieve with this set, and the videos, photos comparing light temperature between flash and modeling bulb were taken with standard flash lamp. If you have any questions, please email us at newsletter@kozdrabachulis.com, and I hope this summary was helpful, and see you next time.